All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to our CBD info call. We're so excited to have you here. So I'd love for you guys to drop in the chat like what you're looking to learn tonight and let us know who invited you because we're going to be giving away some product samples tonight. So we're really excited for that so you can try some of the products. So I want to start by saying when a friend invites you to a call like this, they don't want something from you, they want something for you. And our mission is so big, and we truly hope that you can feel that through this call tonight. So, you're going to be hearing from myself, you're going to be hearing from Carla, and you're going to be hearing some more from Lindsay. And I want to start by saying that we are not medical professionals or scientists, but we can direct you to those resources if you need. But what we will be sharing is our personal testimonials with the products, answer common questions about CBD, share about the Green Compass products that we all use, and what sets Green Compass apart from other CBD companies. So, a little bit about me. I have been using the Green Compass products for a little over a year. And when I first started, I was struggling with perimenopause symptoms. So I was struggling with increased stress, anxious feelings, like more anxious feelings than I'd ever felt before. Intense brain fog, waking up in the middle of the night and struggling to fall back asleep, and which led to irritability. It led to headaches, and the products have helped me so much that I'm sleeping better than I've ever slept. I feel calmer. I feel more at peace, more focused, clear-headed. That brain fog has been lifted. So my quality of life has improved greatly, and I feel like I have just space to breathe and get back to me. So with that, let's chat about some common questions that we get about CBD. So CBD stands for cannabidiol, which is an organic compound found in the cannabis plant. Um, it is 100% legal. All hemp-derived products were made legal per the Farm Bill passed in 2018. So in Green Compass, all CBD products are hemp plant and legal in all 50 states. Um, if you're unmuted, could everyone please mute your line, please? Thank you. Um, so is it going to get me high? So I always joke around and say that when Lindsay first shared this with me, I literally said to her, I'm like, but I don't do drugs. Because I didn't know. Like I didn't know. I just like assumed that like CBD was like, I don't know, like I was born in 1980, like raised in the 90s, and it was like, say no to drugs and all of that. So I never really smoked weed or did anything like that. And so I was like, no, I don't do drugs because I just didn't know. But here's what I learned, and I'd love to share this with you. So, in the cannabis plant family, there is the marijuana plant and there is the hemp plant. And the marijuana plant has high levels of THC. And that's THC is the compound that creates psychoactive, like high feelings, and it has low levels of CBD and other cannabinoids. While the hemp plant has high levels of CBD and other cannabinoids with very low levels of THC. So to be CBD, it needs to be less than zero point 0.3 to be considered hemp. So no psychoactive effects or feelings of like getting high. So just remembering that it's the same plant family, but they both do very different things to our body, and no, you're not going to get high with them. So CBD, how does it work in our body? It works differently for everyone to help support the body and what each individual body needs. So all mammals have an ECS, an endocannabinoid system. And this was discovered in the 1990s. And the main function is to keep our bodies balanced. We all have receptors all throughout our bodies and our skin, and they get depleted from external and environmental stressors. So when you take cannabinoids like CBD, it goes in the body. It finds where the receptors are depleted and binds to those receptors and brings our body back to balance. I don't know about you, but I wanted my body back in balance, and it feels so good to have my body back in balance. And it helps with pain. It regulates the mood. It helps to feel less stress, less anxious feelings, helps with memory, appetite regulation, digestion, sleep, inflammation, and more. It's actually pretty fascinating what it can do to our endocannabinoid system. The next slide. So why Green Compass? Green Compass is a company founded by a passionate group of people who truly believe in the power of CBD and its potential to improve wellness. The founders, who have a strong background in health and wellness, set out to create a brand that puts quality and transparency first. They're dedicated to offering organic, Farm to family products that are safe, effective, and made with care. Green Compass is all about sustainability and making natural wellness accessible to everyone while staying true to their values of integrity and to trust. So, next slide. What sets us apart in the CBD industry? So the very first thing is we are current, like the CBD industry is an unregulated industry to date. There's a lot of junk out there, which is why Green Compass is insistent on being USDA certified organic. And this includes the soil, like on their farms, that it's including the soil within a 5 mile radius. And the reason we have a higher quality standard is because hemp is a scavenger plant or a mop crop. So it soaks up everything it comes into contact with. It can easily contain heavy metals, pesticides, and contaminants if it doesn't have these high quality standards. The next thing is we're vertically integrated, which simply means we're completely farm to family. So we plant it, we grow it, harvest it, extract it, bottle it, package it, ship it. No one touches our products but us. And the third thing is our CO2 extraction process. So CO2 is the cleanest extraction process or method to date, and that's why we use it to provide the cleanest product. While other companies are using alcohol in their extraction process, we choose to use CO2. And lastly, a lot of CBD companies include aerial parts of the hemp plant in their products, which are the seed, the stalk, and the stem. And this takes away from the quality, but it's creating higher quantity. At Green Compass, we care more about quality. So we use only the flower of the hemp plant, and our farmers actually hand pick the flowers on our farm. So all of this is what sets us apart in this completely unregulated industry. So I'm going to now turn it over to Carla so you can hear a little bit about Carla and her experience with the Green Compass products. Carla?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I was having trouble getting the mute button to work. Um, I'm Carla Lee. I'm from Lindale, Texas. Um, I've been married for 45 years to my very amazing, supportive husband. He's gone through this journey with me, and I have an adult daughter who I don't know what I would do without her, Krista, and she's actually in our upline in the company now, something that I'm new to. And what led me here was um, I've been fighting pain, and doctors diagnosed me with like fibromyalgia, lupus, psoriatic arthritis, RA, Sjogren's, you name it, they tried to diagnose me with it. Osteoarthritis, it goes on and on. Um, but what it was for me, beyond the diagnosis, was pain 24/7. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't function. I couldn't walk without the aid of a walker or a cane at times. I went from my bed to a lift chair that I ended up having to get to sit on my heating pad just to try to ease the pain. I took pain pills at the time that the doctors prescribed, which caused a whole plethora of more symptoms and side effects. And I exhausted all options. And finally, the Lord led me to Laura McClendon, my natural health practitioner. And that was February 15th of 22. For 2 years, she worked with me to detox, to try to help me. We figured out that it was yellow dye was my kryptonite. And yellow dye, I found out, was in everything. And the doctors were actually giving me biologics, which are shots, injectables that I had to learn how to do, uh, pills, you name it, to try to put me in remission, so to speak. And I kept getting worse. Come to find out, years later, they all had yellow dye in them. So I was feeling like they were killing me. I remember sitting on the couch one day, and I just was exhausted. It took so much effort, and it was so painful just to walk from one place to the other, or to go to the bathroom even. It was painful. Every movement was nothing but pain. And I remember just dissolving into tears and just asking God, if this is all there is left in my life, take me home. I can't do this anymore. I've got to have a quality of life. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything because of the pain. My life was literally ruled by pain. So, 2 years into that, Laura introduced me to Green Compass. Thank God. That was my breakthrough. It took some time. She started me on CBDA, the full spectrum jellies, the sleep jellies, the full spectrum hemp flower extract, and the pain boost. So that was the beginning. And because I was decades into this pain journey, it took some time for me to feel the full effects. And I wish I had journaled, because had I journaled, I would have noticed sooner how far I had come. And about mid August, I realized that I was able to clean my house and everything without pain. And I didn't have to sit and rest. And I realized I had my life back. And I just dissolved into tears, because thank God he gave me my breakthrough through Green Compass. And so we started joining this company as advocates, and I've only been working for 4 months, and my commissions have doubled every month. What has amazed me is I haven't focused on that. I have focused on the mission that God has given me. Learning this and knowing that other people are in the same kind of pain that I have dealt with all those years, it's my job to give them hope. It's my job to show them there is something out there that's real and it's effective and it does so many amazing things. Recently, I learned that I felt like my hormones have been in balance. I feel like now I'm hungry all the time when before I had no appetite. So my metabolism has kicked in. So I'm eating more little small bites and everything. And the weight is starting to drop off. That's an awesome side effect. So I want everyone to know what this product will do. It's to me it's a miracle that we even have it. And nothing else worked. I am no longer on pain pills. I'm no longer on any of the drugs that they had me on. I am strictly all natural now, and I'm getting my life back. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm way farther than I was. I'm actually learning to be a natural health practitioner myself. I'm helping others, and I can't miss a day speaking to someone, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they're fighting through just to do an ordinary day. So it's our job to tell them and to let them know we have this. They might say no right away because they don't know what we have, but they're going to remember when they have the pain. They're going to want to know this. So we want to be the ones to tell them. If we don't, someone else will. And I'm just grateful that God gave me this mission through Green Compass, and it's changed my life. I can't say enough. And if I could hug the founders, I would, because it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so thrilled to have my life back.
Oh, I loved that, Carla. That was beautiful. I've never heard your story before, and it's so moving. Thank you so much for sharing. And to be honest with you, the best thing, the one thing I love about this company more than anything is that the founders would literally want to hug you. When I started this business
and I started with this company back in October, November of 2023. So I've been here for a little over a year. And for me, I was moving from another company that I had been with for 10 years. I had built a successful business with, but things just were shifting. And I had seen the writing on the wall, and I had seen my friend Tabitha talking about her anxiety. She had crazy anxiety for so long that was just taking her down. And she was praising this product in this company. And I was like, I know that she would never put a stamp on something or put a stamp on something loudly without it being something that I need to look at. And I decided to try it for myself because I was struggling. And the product started helping right away. And I'm going to get to that in a moment. But I want to talk and speak to Carla's point of within the first month that Abby and I enrolled, we went to like just this random little get together near us in Chicago where the founder, Meredith, one of them was going to be, and some corporate people. And we went in there feeling so small, so new, so uncomfortable. And they seeked us out. They seeked us out to meet us. They hugged us, and they made a point to hug and talk to every single person in that room. And everyone was as important as the first person that enrolled 5, 6 years ago, 6 years ago now, because we're 6 year old company, to the people who just did. And to this day, when I hit a certain rank in my business, I got a FaceTime from the founder, a FaceTime from her personal cell phone. So, Carla, I can't wait until you hug them because you're going to. And your story was amazing. The way you shared it was perfect. And I know so many people in my life that deal with pain like you're speaking of. My dad has ulcerative colitis and has dealt with horrible pain for years. He gets transfusions twice a week, and they told him that his bones are like also almost osteoporosis because of his prednisone he's been on for years. And he also has arthritis in his hands and his feet. And he started taking our supplements back when I started. He was like, I have nothing to lose at this point. Like, I have nothing to lose. And he was on his last medication that they said would work until they had to do like surgery and major things. And his life has been changed. He walks 10 miles a day in the morning for fun. Like he's just, he actually broke his back, but he's all good now again. But anyway, thank you for sharing. These products in this company is for so many different people, and I'm just excited to share. So moving back, everybody, to when I got started, I actually came here post-divorce. I basically was going through a divorce in my marriage and going through a divorce with a company, two that I never thought would ever happen in my entire life at the same exact time. I'm a homeschooling mom to two boys. They're 11 and 7 and the most amazing little humans in the world. And also crazy. Parenting doesn't mean that they're amazing all the time. They're also crazy, but we love they're crazy, right? But I knew that I was in fight or flight for so long, and I was just going, and the days blended together and the moments blended together, and my irritability got worse and my patience got less, and my fight or flight would start from the moment I woke up in the morning with heart palpitations and panic attacks, and I would end the night bawling either on my kitchen floor or in my bed, thinking that no one knew because they were sleeping, but my little boy's arms would end up around me and they would be holding me and comforting me, and I felt like the worst mom in the world because I'm supposed to be taking care of them. They're not supposed to be taking care of me. And I didn't know what was going to make the difference. And when I started these products, I felt the difference right away. It wasn't this jaw-dropping, like I'm feeling this and this and this. It was like, wait, I feel less irritable today. Wait, my cr I don't have cramps and I'm on the first day of my cycle. Wait, I didn't just freak out when my dog came in muddy and jumped on the couch. Wait, I don't feel like I'm being chased by a pack of lions like, because I am late to something. Like, hold on a second. I'm living my life. And then I share this moment all the time because it was one of the most pivotal moments for me when my 6-year-old came up to me. He's now 7, and he was saying something to me, and I was listening to something for work and I was doing the dishes. And, normally I would, oh, okay, great. And that moment would pass. And to him, maybe I was present, maybe I wasn't. To me, I was like, "Oh, I'm present, but I'm going. I have to listen." And I remember taking off my headset and looking at him, and he's like, "Mom," and he told me something, and I don't even remember what he told me because that moment grabbed me by surprise when the rest of the world fell away and I heard my little boy's voice for the first time with its little shakiness and the R's that can't be pronounced and the little pitch. And I saw his face with his baby teeth that he still has, but he was missing two on the bottom for the first time in full clarity and full presence in probably 4 years. And I just started crying and I was like, have you always been this cute? And he just giggled and he had no idea the monumental moment we were in. And it was that moment that I knew I don't care what people think. They need to know that we don't need to live the life the way that we think. We think this is what life is. Oh, nobody told us parenting would be this way. Nobody told us our bodies would feel this way as we got older. Nobody told us that this. Nobody told us that. Well, nobody told us because it actually doesn't have to be that way, and watch us support ourselves in different ways. So, okay, let's move on. My name is Lindsay Gray, and we're going to talk a little bit today about how here there is something for everyone. And I think you've already kind of grasped that as we went through. Some of our favorite products I grabbed to show you. So you can see on here, we have three different delivery methods here at Green Compass. So Green Compass, we have what we call sublinguals, which are tinctures. They come in bottles like this. We have tinctures that are broad spectrum, which means they do not have any source of THC at all. Full spectrum, which means they have 0.3% THC. We have CBDA isolate, which basically mimics an SSRI or an anti-anxiety, antidepressant, ibuprofen. Like this mixed with a full spectrum will give you such relief. It also helps with nausea and headaches and migraines. And then we have little boosts in little bottles for pain, metabolism, sleep, and immunity as well. So we have tinctures, they go under the tongue for 60 seconds and they absorb through that way. We also have jellies. Our jellies are water soluble. That's why they're not called gummies because they're literally like little squishy jellies and they could melt in your mouth if you wanted to suck on them that way. They're so good. We actually have tincture inside of our jellies, which helps to give them that consistency. And it also gives them a dual effect of a tincture takes a little longer to set with the onset. You might feel it after like an hour and it stays longer. With a jelly, it absorbs quicker and typically cuts off around 6 to 8 hours. With our dual effect of our jellies, you get a quicker onset and a longer lasting effect as well. So I have the full spectrum here. They come in a glass jar. Our broad spectrum come in a plastic jar. Broad spectrum, once again, no THC, 0.3% THC. These are our edibles. So we have tincture, edibles, and then we have our topicals. With these are our nano jellies. All of our jellies have nanotechnology. So just like Abby was talking about how we use just the highest quality in every area that we can, nanotechnology is done in other companies. There are other nano jellies, gummies out there, but they use harsh chemicals to shrink the molecules, which then affects the value of the product, and you don't really know exactly what you're getting in it, and it's not consistent in the product. So with ours, it's all the molecules are shrunk. Are you ready? With sound and pressure. Like it's like a little fantasy book. I don't know. It's just to me, I'm like, how adorable is that? So the molecules are shrunk with sound and pressure to make them small enough so that you are going to absorb them at a 90 to 95% absorption rate, where normal gummies out on the market, anywhere you go, dispensary, whatever, are 5 to 10%. So you're looking at such a different absorption rate. And a lot of things that we get is people will be like, well, I can get these at dispensaries. I can do that. Why would I buy from you instead of a dispensary? Just because it's a dispensary does not mean that it's quality, that it's consistent, that you can trust anything that's on the label, and that it doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to say it. It doesn't mean trustworthy quality. It just means a place that you can purchase products that are unfortunately in a very unregulated industry. And that is why Green Compass is so big with being on the board for hemp and what the standard is. So we have our jellies. We also have jellies and capsules for our mushrooms, our functional mushrooms that we just came out with. This immune jelly is my favorite. It has organic. I'm going to show you how squishy these are. If you can see my image up there, like they're like boing boing. They're so cute. But this has
Functional gummy.
yeah, a functional mushroom gummy. That is correct. And it has organic elderberry. This is really good for immunity. And then we have our capsules with our functional mushrooms that are for brain fog and focus. We call these Nature's Adderall and Nature's Xanax. Okay. We also have our topicals. So I don't have my reduced cream right here, but I use it a lot. I use it on my kids. I use it on myself. It is amazing for, oh, Carla has hers. She's showing in her picture. It is amazing because it has, organic, or it has menthol, and then of course our CBG. So CBG is in all of our topical products that really goes and it helps and it just delivers something extra into the skin. And I can't really, I've looked it up and I've said it so many times. I don't know what it does that makes it like so amazing. And I have our CBG concentrate right here. Restores skin natural balance. It has anti-inflammatory properties, skin balancing properties, antioxidant protection, enhanced skin hydration, and antibacterial benefits. So that is what the CBG is going to do. We have body oil, we have our CBG concentrate we just came out with. We have bath bombs, those are so fun. And then we do have our collagen, which is amazing. It has CBG in it, really great for gut health. Our digestive jellies have hemp terpenes. People love these for metabolism and helping with cravings and just overall helping with the gut microbiome. We have pet treats, which you heard Abby say, anything with the spine has an endocannabinoid system. And we have launched a new product, which I am lucky enough to have the prototype. I got a sample sent out to me before because ours that we purchased aren't out, are not at our place yet. But these are our new. They are called Unwind, and they are 2.5 milligrams of THC. They are made to just help get you their lemon, ginger, and mint, 25 milligrams of CBD. They give you this overall warming of the body and like allows you to fully relax and unwind. They're amazing for me. I take like a quarter to a half of one some evenings when I'm having a hard time, or they really help with pain a lot as well. I had a migraine I could not shake the other day. I took half of one of these. It was in the evening and I sat down and within an hour I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have my headache anymore. And I've been carrying it for 24 hours. Anyway, there is literally something here for everyone. And I just wanted to touch on some of those that we have. All of them also have the QR code on the bottom so you can see the transparency of everything that is in each of these. So with our products, we have an amazing opportunity for people to come in and be able to naturally and holistically help with ailments that maybe they are unable to find a way to support themselves in other ways. Even if we are finding it in pharmaceutical, I'm never going to knock it. I think that there's a time and a place that it's needed. But for me, there's always like okay, do this, but then you're going to feel this. Well, you can help with this symptom, but you're going to have this effect possibly that you need to offset. And with this, it's just so nice to be able to have so many clients and advocates and people that we work along with that have stories like Abby and Carla and myself, where people can really, the testimonies are unbelievable. Working for a health and fitness company before, the testimonies moved me because I loved that people could find ways to lose weight and feel good about themselves, and it felt so purposeful. But coming here, I realized how now that feels so surface because people are crying in gratitude for the fact, like Carla, that she can clean her house without hurting anymore. And they are moved in so many ways of how these are helping their mom, their dad, literally anyone, any age, any gender, any race, anybody with a spine, these can benefit them. And not only that, this company has blessed so many of us in a financial way as well. So I just want to end tonight with my financial story here at Green Compass. So I, as a single mom, going through a divorce, and my divorce was just final, and I was buying my house, which was terrifying at the time. My company that I was with and made over, like, I made six figures for multiple years with them, was going down, down, down. And I knew I had to make a drastic change. And I literally hit cancel on my computer screen. My heart, I'm certain, jumped across the street. I think I felt like I was going to pass out for about 30 seconds. And then I got really excited because I knew the opportunity of the industry in the CBD industry, how we're at like a $4 billion industry, 5 billion right now. And within the next 5 years, we're going to be at 42 billion. Like just having your feet in and walking a slow pace in this industry and being able to share organically with friends and family, you're going to have success here in whatever way you define success. And that was something so freeing to me as well. So I hit cancel and I jumped in here and I started running. And like Carla, I gave it to God. And I just said, like, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And the only thing I can walk by right now is faith. Because if I don't, then I'm going to crumble. And I am looking at these two little boys that I look at every day. And when I wake up, somebody once told me that when there's people in your life and family in your life that you want to do things for, and you have a goal and you're working towards them. And then you get up one day and you're like, I just don't feel like it, or I'm just scared. And you let all these excuses come in. Go to those people who it's my boys for me to keep our lives the way that we can and take care of them the best way I can. Go to the people that you say are your why. So myself in the mirror and my boys, and tell them you're just not worth it today. And I was like, what? No way. Like that did not make any sense, right? So I got up every day and I would look at my boys and I'm like, no matter what my capacity is today, I'm worth it and they are. And the beautiful thing was at a business I was at before, I had to hustle like no one's business all day long in so many ways to get any traction. Where here, whatever energy I had that day to run with, brought me results, brought me energy. Instead of me going out and building the fire every single day, I woke up to a fire that was already built and sometimes burning brighter than when I went to bed the night before. And I remember my grandma had passed away just a few months prior, and she gave me some money that I wasn't expecting. And so I know that it was her plan this whole time and God's plan to carry me when I needed to be carried because this was the way I was supposed to. So with her money, with my faith in God, and with this company, within 4 months, I replaced and surpassed the company I walked away from. And this has been funding my single mom suburb in Chicago life. Okay, that's a big one, for the past 13, 12 or 13 months fully on its own after I had my grandma's money. That really helped me. The reason I'm sharing that is because our products and our CBD 101 is important for all of you to hear. But in case you're somebody that you're like, man, I really want to try that product, but it's just financial. Like we're just dollar to dollar. We're paycheck to paycheck. I just don't know if it's in there. You sharing this with a few friends and family could turn into something that changes your friends and family's lives in multiple ways, in more than one way, just like it did mine. So I wanted to share that with you. If you're not here for that, then you can just throw it over your shoulder like spilled salt. Like you don't need to absorb anything that you are not here for. But I know that each one of you are here for a reason tonight. I'm so grateful you spent your time with us. We did go over, but we're all talkers, so surprise. And I'm grateful you spent your time here. I know and I have faith that each one of you heard exactly the thing you needed to hear tonight to know what your next step is. And however we can support you, we are so excited. So we have two winners for those of you that are hanging on. Oh, we have one. Oh, no, we have two winners. We have two winners for a full spectrum and pain cream samples. Two winners. You have to be on to win. So when I say your name, if you are here, say here in the chat, okay? The first person is Tanya Wells. Are you here still with us? Give us a little yes in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording while we're doing this, possibly.